Peace, and welcome to MAAGA Obama on Deck. It wouldn't be surprising if the mega donors and the media bosses, the two groups of gangsters who really run our country, screamed in unison and in anger, Donald Trump did it again. Just over a week after crushing his rivals in the Iowa caucuses, Trump defeated Nikki Haley, the last remaining stooge of the two aforementioned groups, by double digits in New Hampshire's GOP presidential primary. In his speech, he made certain to shout out the lone black Republican in the U.S. Senate, Tim Scott, for getting engaged to his white girlfriend, Mindy Noche. The man who many believe is the rightful president of the United States said, "Everybody knows him, and today was a big story, the biggest story out there. He's engaged to be married." Oh, the Donald approved. This might not end the "is Donald Trump a racist" debate in the Democratic circles of the so-called black community, but it proves that Trump has no problem supporting those black American men who escaped the black gynocracy and who now are SYSBM. Former South Carolina Governor and former U.S. Ambassador Nimarata Randhawa, aka Nikki Haley, meanwhile, delivered a concession speech that reflected the delusions of the mega donors who are financing her campaign and the media bosses who are giving her favorable media attention. After acknowledging Trump's convincing victory, she said that they're falling all over themselves, saying that this race is over. Well, I have news for all of them. New Hampshire is the first in the nation. It is not last in the nation. This race is far from over. Oh, wow. That doesn't sound like someone who has lost two consecutive presidential elections, finishing in a distant third in the Iowa caucuses and then a distant second in the Granite State GOP contest. The level of delusion here almost eclipses that of the most radical of the black American female feminists. Only an overweight single mother who demands a guy who is 6 feet tall and who earns more in a week than a guy with a CDL earns driving for a whole month could match the delusion of Haley. However, Trump would not miss an opportunity to remind Haley that he defeated her. The mega donors and the media bosses, such as Brian Roberts of MSNBC and Rupert Murdoch of Fox News. Trump said that Haley ran up to the stage all dressed up nicely and delivered a speech like she won. She didn't win. She lost. Then, the man who got more votes than any sitting president in U.S. history went on to say, "Let's not have somebody take a victory when she had a very bad night. She had a very bad night." We might not agree with everything Donald Trump says or does, but what he said about Haley was spot on. She didn't win. She lost. And keep in mind that the New Hampshire primary was seen by the leaders of the political establishment as her best chance to persuade voters not to reject them for their shortcomings, and in many eyes, their betrayals. The last thing they want to happen is a Trump renomination. They were banking on independent voters who they thought disliked Trump's personality more than his policies and who could vote in either party's contest to help Haley attain a surprise victory. They also thought Haley would have success because she secured the endorsement of the Granite State's Rhino Republican governor, Chris Sununu. But none of this, including spending time and money in New Hampshire, was effective in getting voters to support Haley. So what the leaders of the political establishment, the mega donors and the media bosses, will do next with their money, their media, and their political puppet, Nikki Haley? Well, the next major contest is in South Carolina, which of course is the state where Haley was once governor. This, as you may already know, is where Haley's handlers will engage Trump in political combat next. In fact, they have already sent her to South Carolina, where she is trailing Trump and where the leading South Carolina Republicans have largely lined up behind Trump, including Tim Scott. We think it's safe to say that Haley is going to get defeated in South Carolina. And when she does, she will do what she is told to do by the mega donors and the media bosses once again, which of course is suspend her campaign and attempt to bamboozle black American men into thinking she is on their side.